All right, so I'm not saying you should leave, friends, just like say, okay, you're not my friend no more, or just leave friends cold turkey. But I want to say, evaluate the people that you're around, your acquaintances, the friends, that you're around. Sometimes we're around certain people that make us feel comfortable, but they don't challenge us in life, you know. You have to be around people that takes you to that next level. Uh, Friends that you're not envious of, but you inspire to be on their level. Not saying that they're better than you, but you see the success in their life. And you should be inspired, not be envious, not be jealous. Don't feel intimidated. I think asking questions are the best thing to learning and gaining knowledge in life. You have to learn how to seek knowledge, learn how to really evaluate and see how you can make your life better. A lot of people, especially in the black community, we get jealous, we get envious of people. And I'm not going to equate it to the Kanye West interview with DJ Academics, because that's totally different. He got some type of mental thing going on. But because he was talking about how he felt jealous and stuff of Kendrick Lamar. He's saying that he's like God. I'm not talking about that type of jealousy, but so people can get jealous. People can get jealous of you. People can get jealous of your success. You see it all the time. Even especially a sexist thing. A man may be jealous of a woman because they may have more success than you as a man. A lot of men get jealous. That's real. That's real out here. Like my wife. She could be at one time more successful than I am. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna be jealous, that I'm gonna be envious. I just support her, in the things that she do. Because she's supporting the family. She's being a loving wife. She's supporting the family, and so how can I be envious or jealous of that when she's supporting or we're supporting each other? It's a lot of families where the husband and his wife is not on the same page, and they see the children dividing as well. One parent tells them this, one parent tells them that, and they get confused, and they behavior, especially in the school age, they all over the place because they don't know how to act, because one parent tells them one thing and the other parent tells them another. But it goes all around the board as far as success. But going back to my original, I kind of got off track, but try to be around people that really challenge you. I know that could be a fearful thing for a lot of people. That could be a very fearful and uncomfortable thing, to be around people that you inspire to be, because they're going to challenge you. They're going to get you out of the habit or bad habit that you're used to doing. And that's a good thing. That's a good progress in life. Say you want to get your body right. Be around people that go and work out. You may can go and work out with them. Don't be afraid to make those changes, because it can affect your life in the long run. You may may have health problems in the future, but if you be around these friends that really motivate you to get in the gym and work out, your life can be a whole lot better health wise. And so it's a lot of things to consider about life. It's a lot of things to consider about life. But just challenge yourself to be around people that really motivates you. Be around people that really motivates you. Not saying to neglect. That's the word. That's the word I meant to say at the beginning. Neglect. That doesn't mean to neglect the people, your friends that you already have. But once they see the change in you, they may want to change themselves. The friends you feel like you feel just comfortable, y'all on the same level. Nobody in this circle is going nowhere. But if they see you trying to elevate. You know, they may try to elevate, and so just try to be around positive people. Excuse me. Try to be around positive people that really motivate you to win in life. You know, life is, like people say, life is too short. You know, it seems like when you get older and older, you know, time really goes by. You know, I remember when I was in my teens. I remember when I was in my 20s, in my 30s. You know, mentally, I feel like I'm still like in my late teens and early 20s. But time goes by. You know, your age get you get higher and higher. You know, you get older and older. You know, now I'm in my 30s and I can't believe it. You know, now I got a little gray hair in my beard. You know, I remember one time this whole beard was black, and so, and you know, mustache, starting to get gray hairs on my mustache. But yeah, time flies, time goes by. You know, try to be around people that really motivates you, really elevates you to the next level. You know, friends that challenge you to go to that next level. And so, again, appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace.